Okay. Tell me, are the voice and screen clear? Hmm? Are the voice and screen clear? All okay? Yes. Fine. Okay. So up to this point, clear and written? बोला बाळांनो? Up to this point, at each and every point on the surface, directions of electric field are different, but magnitude is what? K into Q upon R square. Yes. Fine. All right. All right. Next, and each and every point on the surface of the sphere, what is angle between area vector and electric field? Sir, angle between area vector electric field, area vector is perpendicular to surface of the area. Area vector and electric field, that angle is everywhere 0 degree, and this cos theta for every surface ds, the cos theta is going to be cos 0 is +1. Okay, therefore this d phi for any surface d phi, electric field is not changing in magnitude. ds is just a small surface area, put a bracket. Cos theta is same for each and every surface, so put it as cos 0. So that will give us into ds. Fine. Now sir, let us find out total flux over the given surface area. Total flux over given surface area. Total flux over or crossing given surface area of sphere, that will be equal to phi will be equal to integration d phi will be equal to integration of, what is d phi? D phi is k into q upon r square, that is the electric field value, into ds. Put a bracket. Constants can be taken out of the integration, k into q upon r square into integration of ds. Okay, what will be integration of ds? Addition of all these small surfaces over this surface area of the sphere. Can anyone tell me what is going to be this integration? Integration ds over entire surface area of the sphere. All these ds are located on the surface of the sphere. So that integration will be equal to, very simple, what is the surface area of the sphere? That is going to be the answer. Okay. Now do you want to say that, sir, integration ds is equal to s? असं कोणाला म्हणायचं आहे का? Integration dx equal to x, integration dl equal to l, then integration ds should be equal to s. Do you want to say that? Do you want to say that? असं कोणाला म्हणायचं आहे का? नाही ना? चेक करा. Ansh, do you want to say that integration ds should be equal to s? Integration ds should be equal to what? Addition of all these surface areas, and that will be equal to what? That will be equal to, try to understand, 4 pi r square, surface area of the sphere, right? Fine. Sir, r square cancel. Yes, these are the electric flux. Fine. Sir, k, can I write this k as 1 upon 4 pi epsilon? Yes. If there is medium, write epsilon. If there is vacuum, write epsilon 0. Fine. Sir, this 4 pi also gets cancelled. Yes. So q upon epsilon. Yes. These are the electric flux. Q upon epsilon. If vacuum, epsilon 0. Reply me in the chat box. Yes, no. Clear and written. Write it down, understand it, and then tell me. बोला बाळांनो. पट. Good. Yes. Now one interesting thing. Derivation is over. Okay. Derivation is over. Now one interesting thing. Try to understand. This is very interesting. You also write down. See. This is a charge q, point charge q. And this was the perfect sphere at the center of which this charge q is placed. Okay, sir. And what is the electric flux crossing this hemisphere, crossing this complete sphere? So that is equal to q upon epsilon. Q is the charge and epsilon is permittivity of the medium. Permittivity of medium. Epsilon 0 permittivity of vacuum. Epsilon permittivity of medium. Okay. Now let me take another closed surface, but a slightly bigger sphere. Now you people tell me, electric flux over this first surface is phi1, over this second surface is phi2, radius of the first surface, first sphere is r1, radius of second sphere is r2. This is a sphere, do not confuse it as a circle. This is also the sphere. Tell me, which flux will be more, phi1 or phi2? You know, electric lines of force are coming out from this positive charge, going like this. Electric field lines, electric flux, or the electric field like this, away from the given charge. And we have drawn the electric field lines due to positive charge. Phi1 more or phi2 more? Excuse me. Phi1 more or phi2 more? Formalize this for the sphere. We have found the formula, it is q upon epsilon. For this sphere it will be q upon epsilon. For this sphere it will be again q upon epsilon. Q is same, epsilon is same for both the spheres. Yes, no? Q means what? Q means enclose the charge. This sphere is enclosing charge equal to q. This sphere is also enclosing charge equal to q. So write down. Q means what? Q enclosed by the given surface. Q means what? Q enclosed by the given surface upon epsilon. So phi1 will be equal to phi2. Okay, sir. Now reply in the chat box, agree, disagree. Charge enclosed by the first sphere, q. Charge enclosed by the second sphere, q. Q upon epsilon. Q upon epsilon. So those are going to be equal. Or even you can basically imagine like this. I received one message as well like this, that sir, number of electric field lines crossing this sphere are exactly equal to number of electric field lines crossing the outer sphere. आतल्या sphere ला क्रॉस करून बाहेर जाणाऱ्या lines, that number of lines are exactly equal to the number of lines crossing the outer sphere. Okay. Field decrease, area increase rate, that we will discuss later as well. First, let me complete my statement. Statement is this: the number of electric field lines crossing this surface are exactly equal to number of electric field lines crossing the outer surface. If the electric field lines crossing the given surface are exactly equal, electric field lines are measured by the physical quantity called as electric flux. If electric field lines are equal, then electric flux are also equal. Yes, sir. Fine. So that logic is also valid. Now let me make this little bit complex. Now let me take a closed surface, but not a sphere, not a perfect sphere. Let me take it a surface like this. It's a closed surface. It is enclosing some volume, but it's a closed surface. Now you tell me phi 3 value will be more or less or will be equal to phi 1 and phi 2. It's again closed surface, phi 3. Hmm? Correct? All of you are giving the correct answer. Let everyone try. Less than, equal to, more than. And try to be logical. Logics are already with you. Sir, the number of electric lines, electric field lines originated from this charge Q are ultimately going to cross this surface, are ultimately going to cross this random surface, are ultimately going to cross this outer sphere also. So whatever electric field lines have been created by this charge Q are ultimately going to cross all the three surfaces. Why this is going to happen? Because this charge Q is enclosed inside that surface. This charge is not somewhere outside the surface. It is enclosed inside the surface. If something is enclosed and that enclosed entity is radiating or emitting something, that ultimately going to cross the surface. This surface encloses Q. So whatever has been emitted by the Q will ultimately cross this surface. Yes. This Q has been enclosed by the outer sphere. So electric field lines emitted or the electric flux emitted by this charge Q are ultimately going to cross this outer surface. The same is true with this any random shaped surface. So sir, it doesn't matter what the shape is. To find out number of electric field lines crossing, or to find out number of electric flux or electric field lines, or to find out electric flux over the given closed surface, all that you have to do is just find out what is the charge enclosed by that closed surface divided by epsilon 0. So here write down phi 1 equals phi 2 equals phi 3. Okay, this will complete the logic. Fine. All right, sir. Next. So Q enclosed upon epsilon. If medium epsilon, if not medium epsilon 0. So can I say electric flux coming out of the positive charge Q is equal to what? Q upon epsilon. Those same flux will cross the inner sphere. Those same flux will cross the outer sphere. Those same flux will cross this random shaped closed surface. Okay. What does that mean? Whatever has been emitted by this enclosed charge, that is ultimately going to cross this surface as well as this surface. So electric flux emerging out from the positive charge Q is equal to Q upon epsilon. So write down. Electric flux coming out electric flux coming out from positive charge Q आर इक्वल टू असं म्हटलं पाहिजे R equal to how many electric flux are emitted? Phi is equal to Q upon epsilon, that charge upon epsilon. Sir, if electric flux come out from the positive charge, that is electric field lines go away from the positive charge, then if it is a negative charge, then electric field lines will end on or come towards the negative charge. If it is a negative charge, electric field lines will be towards the charge. In that case, what you will write? In that case, you will write electric flux terminating or ending. Terminating means ending on negative charge Q. Negative charge Q. Okay. R equal to numerical value we are writing. R equal to, okay, R equal to phi is equal to again Q upon epsilon. Same formula, but here electric flux are not emitted by the negative charge. They are absorbed, or they come, they end on the negative charge. Okay, electric field lines are towards the negative charge. Fine. Numerical value is going to be same. Okay, numerical value is going to be same. If it is a positive charge, flux are positive. If it is a negative charge, flux are negative. Flux is a scalar quantity. Electric flux is a scalar quantity. It can be positive, it can be negative, it can be zero. Okay, if ultimately the total charge, total enclosed charge is positive, the flux are coming out. If ultimately the total enclosed charge is negative, flux are also negative. Charge is -3, put here minus. Charge is +3, put here +3. Okay. Positive flux means what? Positive flux means they are coming out from the given closed surface. Negative flux means what? They are coming in to the given closed surface. It certainly means that inside that closed surface there is some negative charge. Net charge inside that closed surface certainly be negative. Net charge inside that closed surface certainly be negative, and therefore the total flux are negative. If the total flux are positive, it means that net enclosed charge is positive. If the total flux are negative, it means that net enclosed charge is negative. It is this simple. Okay, fine. And to find out electric flux by the enclosed charge, doesn't matter where this electric charge is placed. It is at the center of the sphere, it is here, doesn't matter. If this Q were here, same electric flux you could have found out, because if this is true for any random shape, this charge Q, this point is not a center of this random shape. It is any general point. It is any general point inside this random shape. Then doesn't matter where this charge is placed. Where this charge is placed, what is the value of flux emitted by this charge Q? Q upon epsilon. If this charge Q is enclosed by your surface, then those flux are going to cross your surface. So flux emitted by this surface is equal to Q upon epsilon, and this charge you have enclosed, this charge is enclosed by your surface. So ultimately those emitted flux are going to cross your surface. Getting it? Reply me in the chat box, yes or no. Good, fine. Next, this note we have written. Now let us draw any random shape closed surface. It's a closed surface. Here we have +3 coulomb at this point. Here we have -8 coulomb. What is the amount of electric flux emitted by this +3 coulomb? Q upon epsilon means 3 upon epsilon, plus what is the electric flux ending on this negative charge? -8 upon epsilon. So this is going to be the total electric flux. So 3 minus 8 upon epsilon minus 5 upon epsilon minus 5 upon epsilon. Total flux are negative, means net enclosed charge is negative. What is the net enclosed charge? What is the net enclosed charge by this? It is plus 3 minus 8. Plus 3 minus 8 is minus 5. Minus 5. Okay. So instead of doing this, we could have directly done this. Total flux is equal to total enclosed charge. Total enclosed charge divided by epsilon. What is total enclosed charge? Plus 3 minus 8 upon epsilon. Could have got the same answer. Reply me in the chat box, clear and written. Net flux negative. Net flux negative means net enclosed charge negative. So number of electric field lines. See, because of this plus 3 coulomb, electric field lines are going out. Okay, going out. But because of this minus 8, they are coming in. They are coming in. And you know, number of electric field lines are proportional to magnitude of the charge. So 8 magnitude is more than this 3 magnitude. So number of electric field lines of this minus 8 are more than the plus 3. So ultimately net number of lines are coming in, because total number of lines coming in are more than the total number of lines going out. Number of lines is proportional to magnitude of charge. So because of 3, let's say 6 lines are coming out, but because of 8, 16 lines will be coming in. Because of 3, let's say double lines are going out, but because of 8, double lines are coming in. So ultimately how many lines are coming in? These many lines coming in, these many lines going out. So net incoming lines equal to all incoming minus all outgoing. So 16 minus 6. So effectively 10 lines are incoming. Effectively 10 lines are incoming means effectively lines are incoming means enclosed charge must be effectively negative. Yes, plus 3 minus 8. Effectively something negative is enclosed, and therefore the flux are negative. Reply in the chat box, agree, disagree. Number of lines originating or terminating on the given charge are proportional to charge. More charge, more lines. Such one example of direct proportion we have already solved. A charge Q gives 10 lines, then charge 2Q will give you how many lines? 20 lines. Charge double, lines double. Because number of lines or flux are directly proportional to charge. Yes. What is the formula of flux? Charge upon epsilon. Flux are proportional to charge. Okay. But make sure that the charge is enclosed by the surface. So what if there are more than 2 number of charges? This is general formula. This is true for 1 enclosed charge, 2 enclosed charge, 3 enclosed charges, 4 enclosed charges, 5 enclosed charges, 17 enclosed charges are there. Just add all those charges algebraically. Algebraically means the charges which are positive, take them as positive. The charges which are negative, take them as negative, and just keep on adding like this. First charge, second charge, third charge, and so on. If it is negative, take it as negative. Okay, sir. Now, till now I said to find out flux over closed surface. See, we are talking about closed surfaces now. To find out flux over closed surfaces, okay, we have to find enclosed charge upon epsilon. Okay, why so? Why the outside charges are not to be considered? Let's say this is a closed surface. This is a closed surface. Q1 is the enclosed charge. Q2 is also the enclosed charge. Q3 is not an enclosed charge. So why Q3 is not to be considered? Flux over closed surface is equal to total enclosed charge. Okay, total enclosed charge. So why enclosed? Why not the outside charges are to be considered? Let's see. Upon epsilon. Why not the outside? The reason is very simple. The reason is very simple. Whatever the lines created by this Q3, try to understand. Okay, this line just touches the surface. This line also just touches the surface, and all the in between lines will be like this. So number of lines which are coming in because of Q3 is equal to number of lines which are going out because of Q3. Got the logic? Tell me yes or no. So no need to count those lines. Whatever lines come in because of the Q3, the same number of lines go out because of Q3. Which last point? Which last point? I'm explaining the same point. Why do we consider only enclosed charges? Why not outside charges? Because if there is outside charge, if you draw the lines because of that outside charge, these are the lines which are associated with your closed surface. But the lines, number of lines which are entering the surface because of Q3, the same number of lines are ultimately going out of the surface also. So there is no net association of lines with your surface. जेवढ्या आत आल्या तेवढ्या बाहेर गेल्या. पण Q1 चं तसं नाही. Whatever lines have been created by Q1 will simply go out of the surface. Same about Q2. Whatever lines created by Q2 are going to be associated with entire surface. All the lines are going to be associated with the surface. They are crossing the surface. But the lines of Q3 are crossing the surface, coming in and again going out. So those lines simply come in and go out. So outer charges do not contribute for the flux. To find out flux over closed surface, outer charges doesn't matter. I am not saying finding electric field. I am saying finding electric flux over given surface. We are not finding electric field. We are finding electric flux over closed surface. So outer charges doesn't matter because their lines simply come in and go out. But enclosed charges, all the lines are associated with the closed surface. Everyone replying in the chat box, is this point clear to all of you? So even if there is some outer charges, those are not going to matter. We will simply add two charges. This is going to be answer. Q3, Q4, Q5, no need to consider. Everyone shall reply me in the chat box. Is that clear why outer charges doesn't matter? While finding flux, I'm not saying while finding electric field, I'm saying while finding flux. Clear? Good. Fine. All right. Now, let us write down one theorem or the statement. Whatever we have discussed till now can be put into a theorem. Okay, whatever we have discussed so far. Now we have understood it. Okay, how it works, we have understood it. But now the same thing, how it works. Okay, total enclosed charge are to be considered. Then you will get phi upon q upon epsilon 0, q enclosed upon epsilon 0. You will get the flux and all those things can be put into one simple law. That law is called as Gauss law. Okay, so write down Gauss law in electrostatics or Gauss theorem. Fine. Name of the scientist. Gauss law or Gauss's law in electrostatics. Charges are stationary. Or Gauss theorem. Fine. What is Gauss theorem? Write down statement. What is the statement? The surface integral of electric field intensity over any closed hypothetical surface. Write down the surface integral of, okay, we'll discuss. First write down the surface integral of electric field or electric field intensity. Electric field means electric field intensity. The surface integral of electric field over any closed, any means any random shape, the surface integral of electric field over any closed surface is to be there. The surface integral of electric field, underline this complete phrase, surface integral of electric field over any closed surface is equal to 1 upon epsilon times, if there is medium, 1 upon epsilon, if there is vacuum, 1 upon epsilon 0, let us consider vacuum, 1 upon epsilon 0 times the charged in 1 upon epsilon 0 times the total charge enclosed, net charge, total charge enclosed by the surface. Total charge enclosed by the surface. Okay, fine. Surface integral of electric field. Okay, surface integral, integration sign. Integration of whom? Integration of electric field. Okay, surface integral. So small surface area ds is to be considered. Line integral, a small length dl is to be considered. Volume integral, a small volume dv is to be considered, and dot product is to be taken. Surface integral of electric field means dot product of electric field and the small surface, and then its integration. E is equal to 1 upon epsilon 0 times. 1 upon epsilon 0 times means multiplied by. 1 upon epsilon 0 multiplied by total charge enclosed by the surface. This we already know, because what is this? This is d phi, small electric flux, total electric flux, but surface is now not open surface. This integration is over closed surface. So what is this? This is electric flux. Definition, by definition this is electric flux, E bar dot ds bar. E bar dot ds bar, they are calling it as surface integral of electric field, means dot product of electric field and the area vector and its integration. Surface integral of electric field. But it is, what does that mean? It means dot product of electric field and the area vector, but it is what? Electric flux. Its integration over closed surface is equal to what? Total flux over closed surface. And what is total flux? Q enclosed upon epsilon, total charge enclosed upon epsilon. Right here, total also. Total enclosed charge upon epsilon 0. If there is medium, epsilon. If there is vacuum, epsilon 0. Is that clear? Now, the same thing has been written as a Gauss law. Reply me in the chat box, clear and written. This, actually, we know this and this. And we have just figured out how to find total flux over closed surface, charge enclosed upon epsilon. And they are not saying total flux, they are saying line integral, surface integral of electric field. They are saying surface integral of electric field. We are saying electric flux. Electric flux equal to charge enclosed upon epsilon 0, and they are saying surface integral of electric field is equal to charge enclosed upon epsilon 0. But surface integral of electric field means electric flux. Got it? Got it? We said electric flux over the closed surface is equal to charge enclosed upon epsilon 0. We say A equal to B. They say C equal to B. We say A equal to B. They say C equal to B. Now the only thing is check whether C and A both mean the same. Yes, C and A both mean the same. आपण म्हटलं होतं फ्लक्स इक्वल टू क्यू अपॉन इप्सिलॉन 0. ते म्हणतायत लाईन ते म्हणतायत सरफेस इंटिग्रल. कन्फ्युज होऊ नका, लाईन इंटिग्रल नाही, सरफेस इंटिग्रल. सरफेस इंटिग्रल ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इज इक्वल टू पाय अपॉन इप्सिलॉन 0. आणि आपण म्हणत होतो फ्लक्स इक्वल टू क्यू अपॉन इप्सिलॉन 0. गॉट इट? चेक करा, समजलं का? Reply me in the chat box. How much time we have? 1 minute. Fine. Okay. Now you have found that, or you must have encountered this, that, sir, is it necessary to write down this always after or always below this integration sign? No, no, that is not necessary. There is one trick that the people have found. If it is a closed surface, if it is a not open surface, simply write a closed symbol here. So this is not only integration, it's integration over closed. It may be a closed loop. For length you have a closed loop. For surface, closed surface. Okay, so either it will be a closed loop or the closed surface. So this can be used to replace this entire phrase. Okay, over closed surface. Array, just call it as closed integral. Closed integral of what? E bar dot ds bar is equal to 1 upon epsilon 0 times total charge enclosed by the surface. That's it. Notation clear झालं का? To avoid this writing again and again, people write it as closed integral. So it is surface integral of electric field over the closed surface, because the integration is open. It's not open integral, it's a closed integral. Okay, surface is closed. Now reply me in the chat box up to this.